Hello everybody, this is Saberwolf with another video for you. Now I'm beginning a lot of messages from a lot of players after I posted some of my YouTube videos about what to do about certain situations in the game. Well, this video is actually going to give you my top 5 tips for new players on how to play Guild Wars. Right off the bat, my first tip is what kind of profession should you make your first character? Now for me, I suggest making a warrior, ranger, or dervish. These are very basic professions to learn. The warrior and dervish are melee based, of course. The ranger is a bow based. It has decent damage and can keep you out of trouble most of the time, and be an easy starting point to learn the other aspects of the game while having a very playable character. My second tip: buy max armor only, or at least as soon as possible. This will actually be cheap in the long run because you're not upgrading, leading up to the max armor and wasting materials. You will actually be able to get max armor very quickly. You can get runs from Prophecies would be Drox, for factions it would be Carrying Center, or from Nightfall would be the Consulate Docks. This will help your survivor rate up and to have basically more fun in the game. My number 3 tip is make a PvP ranger and trap Zaishin. Now this is very important because what this does is you make a ranger PvP, work yourself to the Zaishin elite area, and you trap the computer players, and you can actually gain 6,000 faction per day. And by doing this, you can unlock skills which will be able to be used by your players and your heroes. Now, this leads me to part 3B. When you unlock these skills, it won't be directly usable for your characters, because in this case you need to use tomes. These tomes could be regular elite tomes, and you'll be able to learn these skills, whatever skills you unlock, to put onto your new character, which gives you skills faster and be able to make better builds to survive more in the game. My number 4 tip is make sure you do the 15 attribute point quests. Now these quests are very important because it raises your attribute points to that 200 level. For factions characters, they'll be available after each of the 2 missions on Newbie Island. First is in Ranmasu Gardens, and you talk to Radunem, and then in Saitung Harbor we talk to Zunura. For Nightfall characters, both of them are actually in the Sunspear Great Hall, and both of them are from Run Duke. As you progress in the game and you raise your Sunspear rank, they'll be available to you as you move along. For Prophecies characters, actually it's not quite as easy to get because one of them is in the middle of the desert, and the next one is in the middle of the Shiver Peaks, so you have to progress about halfway to 3/4 through the game before you even get to the points. So another reason why I suggest making a Factions or Nightfall character. My 5th and final reason, of course, wiki.guildwars.com is the official wiki of Guild Wars. It's partially hosted by ArenaNet, which is the makers of the game. To reach that, you either hit F10 and have the little box blank and hit the search. It will take you to the page, or of course type the page into the name in the browser. Again, it's www.wiki.guildwars.com, and it will work that way. Well, I hope these tips help you in the game, and as always, enjoy, and we'll talk to you later.